Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. As always, my name is Soko, and this is my channel where I talk about anything I want. Stan Twitter does not know good music, but we've been through that. Based off the title of this video, I'm sure you know what I'm going to be talking about. Coachella was last weekend, and if you didn't know that, that's okay. It hasn't really been something super relevant or cool in years. You could tell it was in a decline when less celebrities showed up and more influencers did. Which, some of the outfits y'all had on at that event, tragic. All that money and this is how you show out. You don't deserve your wealth. Give it to me instead. Give it to me. But I'm not here to talk about how James Charles' ugly ass showed up wearing a stiff ass wet t shirt, or Haley Bailey apparently buying her extensions from the fucking dollar store. Today I'm talking about someone who has shaped an entire generation of music, someone who has influenced so many other artists, and has really carried the music industry for decades now. And also Green Day. Joking aside, I'm just going to come out and say I don't like Charlie XCX. I'm just getting that right out there at the start of the video so everyone can know my stance on this. Because it might seem like I'm being a hater throughout this video, and that's because I am. And I know this topic isn't really something serious enough to be a whole ass YouTube video, but this is likely just going to be like a 5 minute rant video anyways. I think Charlie XCX is an entitled lady with a mean girl mentality. I find that Brat album very poorly written, and the beats kind of suck ass. The only reason it became as popular as it did is because Stan Twitter had pushed for it to become a meme, and then the whole stupid Brat Summer thing happened. TikTok also made a lot of the songs trendy, but that's just my opinion, and you're free to have your own opinion on it, obviously. After all, those people who like the album are the same ones saying Green Day hasn't been relevant in like 20 years, so I think that right there signifies their taste in music. The reason I am talking about this today is because people on Twitter are upset that Green Day had headlined Coachella over Charlie XCX. And I wasn't gonna make this video because it's literally just gonna be me glazing Green Day, but then I seen this picture of Charlie XCX that made me kind of side-eye her. In the photo, she is wearing a sash that says Miss Should Be Headliner, and I think this is in poor taste. I get that her friends are the ones who supposedly gave this sash to her. That's the excuse her fans are using to justify it. I don't know if it's true or not. But she doesn't have to wear it. No one forced her to put it on. I think this picture being posted is what made her fans really start to hate on Green Day, and it's not really surprising. It's almost expected. This is just like a whole 32-year-old being petty for no reason. There were no talks about her being the headliner. Her fans just pushed for it, and then it became a topic of interest, and then everyone acted like it was stolen away from her. Kind of reminds me of when Kendrick got the halftime performance at the last Super Bowl, and Lil Wayne got on social media crying about it and acting like the spot was rightfully his, despite not being a good performer at all. But instead of not being a good performer, Charlie XCX only has one well-known album, and for a bunch of people who constantly talk about the Kia Asylum, a term that I fucking can't stand, they don't seem to realize that up until last year, Charlie XCX was the warden in that said asylum. She's had like two actual hits over 10 years ago, and neither of them were actually her songs. She was just featured on them. And then this one album gains popularity on Stan Twitter, and then they suddenly act like she's Beyonce levels of famous. She's never had any influence on anything. She wasn't well known. She was on the same level as people like Ava Max and that lady who doesn't like to be at parties. She was on the mere level of, oh yeah, I forgot she existed when you're talking to your friends about popular music in your teen years. Nothing about her has ever stood out, nor do I believe she should have even blown up the way she did. You can think Green Day sucks or the music just isn't for you, but for Charlie XCX fans to get on Twitter and act like they're irrelevant or Charlie XCX is this megastar compared to them is crazy. You don't gotta lie to make her seem bigger than she is. Green Day is a band that has been able to remain relevant over the last few decades and inspired tons of other bands. They are realistically categorized as one of the greatest rock bands to ever exist. You don't have to like them to admit the influence they've had, but to straight up deny their legendary status solely because you think Charlie XCX deserved the headliner spot makes you a dumbass. I'm sorry. I have celebrities I don't like. I can't stand Nicki Minaj. I think she's corny and cringe, and her rapist husband doesn't help. But I'm not going to sit here and act like she didn't carry female rap for years. And I don't know if Stan Twitter is just rage baiting or they genuinely are that stupid because a lot of them are like 14 years old who think being a mean girl online makes them funny, which is ironic because a lot of them are gay boys. I want to make a video one day about how gay men on Twitter now think it's okay to be misogynistic because straight women hyped them up. I blame Jeffree Star and his ugly goblin fans for that. I will say that it does make sense for Charlie XCX to headline Coachella only because it fits the audience. A bunch of rich white people who don't care about anyone but themselves are obviously going to want to listen to terrible music that is trending on TikTok over a rock band that speaks up about actual important topics. And that also applies to Stan Twitter, because those people collectively all share one brain cell and they can't focus on actual important topics unless it's painted to them in meme format or it features a hot guy that they can sexualize. But at the same time, you could say, it's a music festival, it's not political. Everything's political. It's political. I'm so sorry that rich white people had to be reminded that not everyone is as privileged as them, and people are dying in Palestine. I'm sorry that you only got to see Charlie XCX as a showrunner and not a headliner. Whatever will you do now that you didn't have two extra songs talking about doing coke in the bathroom at a club and failed relationships? Your life is so sad and meaningless now. 15 years of trying to kickstart your career again and getting on the Coachella lineup the first year you actually make any sort of noise is an achievement. I have nothing else to add to this topic, and I'm not about to sit here and keep yapping for more engagement. That is the end of my video, and thank you for listening to me yap. If you would like to support my channel and help me be able to afford baby necessities, I have my coffee link in my description. I think it's pronounced coffee, not too sure. Any amount would be so helpful and appreciative, or you can always just subscribe and listen to me yapping in your ear whenever. That's fine as well. As always, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.